the Stymphalian birds, what the fifth labor of Hercules hides. And this is Decoding the Labors of Hercules, the Stymphalian Birds by Maria Nikoloudakis Rotissier. In his fifth labor, Hercules killed the Stymphalian birds. The myth in the summary describes them as iron birds with pointed wings, iron beaks, long claws that flew like kites, and had Mars, that is the god Mars, as their patron. Now, the Apollo, that is. Now, according to Pausanias, they ate human flesh. They were chased by wolves and hid in the marshes of Lake Stymphalian. Hera gave, the goddess Hera gave Hercules rattles to strike and scare the hens out of the swamp, and then he killed them with his bow. There are various opinions regarding the myth of these Stymphalian birds. She says, and I find a reasonable explanation in the claim that the Stymphalian birds were flying, and the myth apparently accurately describes some technology of our time relating to their air superiority systems. She explains to us that they were instruments of Apollo, and that is the god of war, and that the myth could symbolize nothing else than, no, not Apollo, Ares, sorry. What we call Ares and is Mars. Now, the Ares is the god of war, and the myth could symbolize nothing else than the latest stealth planes or the iron birds with iron beaks and pointed wings that can be invisible to radar. They are the F-35 stealth technology, strategic bombers, the most expensive weapon systems of our time, instruments of war. As Pausanias tells us, the ancient Greek, they are called birds, with everything related to feathers symbolizing spirit, and the spirit of technology in this case. It said that these were hiding from wolves, and it is not a coincidence. Apollo's mother, Leto, is said to have been a she-wolf who sought out Lycia. Wolf and the Lycians have the root leek, meaning dim light. Twilight plus light equals twilight. Twilight plus dawn, twilight, hence the time that begins to tick. Lyceum, light, looks, and everything related to light have the same root. So Lycaenia, Leto, mother of the light giver. Apollo was also for light and evolution. Wolves in this case symbolize the principle of intelligence, the creative spirit related to science and technology that has made great achievements in our time. Invisible flying ships, crafts, boats that try to hide from the wolves, that is, from people of high intelligence who would be discovered some technology which could detect these bombers flying and make them visible. As instruments of Mars, their task is to kill and feed on flesh, as Pausanias said. The rattles described in the myth, which the goddess Hera gave to Hercules to make the Stymphalian birds appear and emerge from the swamp, apparently symbolize the technology based on the emission of radio waves from radar transmitters to detect aircraft of those that finally become possible. But there is some other air superiority system which is applied to fighter aircraft, and this system, when applied even to old type, these aircraft become visible. Even advanced technology radars are unable to detect them. The marsh of Lake Stymphalian, where these birds had hid, symbolizes the murky, heavy feeling that prevails in a time of war. The arrows of Hercules mentioned in the myth are also instruments of technology. They are apparently anti-aircraft guns that are like arrows and intercept these flying ships by emitting radio waves from their radar transmitter when they become visible. With the fifth labor of Hercules relating to the Stymphalian birds, our ancient ancestors predicted with this myth technology of the future. They predicted the incredible achievements of our time, the latest weapon systems, those invisible flying boats which have the ability to be seen by radar and with some other system as mentioned above to become visible. Even advanced technology radars being unable to detect them could detect them. In his first labor, Hercules drowned the two snakes, the white and the black. That is, he controlled the two energies, positive and negative, so that he could then direct them. Thus he managed to do his feats, his labors, and achieve what is the purpose of every human being. This is an excerpt from the book Energy Archetypes by Maria Nikoloudakis Rotsieris, and I've translated this for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.